to, let's see, according to Heritage Dictionary, it's a situation or surrounding substance within which something else originates, develops, or is contained. So for some people, they say, well, yeah, the matrix is a womb. Well, if you hear the definition, you can call it that if you want to. And my thing is, it doesn't matter what we call some of this stuff. It exists anyway. But we're having to find words, because this is where we live now. We operate more so based on words as opposed to symbols, which, you know, were more of the original language. So a lot of things that we say get misinterpreted because it's so limiting in what we can express. So Earth is also a system, okay? It's a matrix which functions based on a layer of systems within the construct of conscious reality. So the Earth itself, is what I'm saying, is a system. And that system operates within multi-systems, multi-matrix. Inside of that system, what we call Earth, that particular matrix, there's a bunch of other matrix operating in that. But the one that we are dealing with is the one that is the one that limits us, the one that ensures that we don't get off the wheel too quickly. And that one is the one where you are tied into, you know, the governmental structure, the corporate structure, the educational system, the religious system. All of those are the mode by which the matrix on that level operates. Because what is the experience about here in this particular reality? This particular reality is about limitation, okay? It is about you being a diminished God, one that no longer remembers who you are and what your capabilities are. That is the design of this particular system in order to have the human experience. So the only way that you could be all that you could potentially be as a human being is to basically lose, you know, all sense of power. Not that you ever lose power. You never really lose it. You just lose the memory of the fact that you have this capability. So government then has to exist in order to ensure that you will remain in these limitations. And with that are the laws that exist. And I say government and corporations is the same thing because they're all tied in together, as you know. They're very closely meshed. And then there's religion that's also tied into that. So you've got these, you know, the matrix that's just, everything is just interwoven. And with that interwoven process, that's all interwoven in your consciousness. So, and some of this is kind of hard to talk about without wanting to go into other things, but there's so many things to talk about. I'm like, okay, well, you've got to pick some stuff here. But first I wanted to bring that up. With the circumstances that are going on right now, it's actually an opportunity, believe it or not. It's an opportunity for you to decide which door you choose. This man that is in office now, he represents, I mean, he's a symbol. He's a huge symbol of the ushering in of what they've been preparing for, and it's what we've seen it as the New Age movement. But nobody ever took New Age movement and related it with New World Order. Nobody really ever made that connection. A New Age equals what? A new world. A new world and order. What is order? Okay? So we're talking about order on many different levels. There are hierarchies to which, and I'm kind of jumping ahead, but this always happens. If you ever hear me talk, I do that. I come up here with my paper and I think I know what I'm going to talk about and I just start talking. But anyway, so you've got these hierarchies, just like you have these hierarchies here. And you've got powers that be that exist outside of that, okay, that are connected with the reason for this stepping up and ushering you into this supposed new age, this new world order. And that then would explain why the secret societies exist, why the secret societies are tied into government, why the secret societies are tied into the corporation, why they're all tied in together, because underneath it all, there's science involved. Got to remember that. No matter which way you go, it's all science. And science is going to be tied into what? Your spirituality. It's going to be tied into you waking up. Okay, so if you don't wake up, there's a lot that happens when you don't wake up. And that's what they bank on, is that you won't wake up and you will stay in the space that you are. And unfortunately, that level of it, we're not even going to be able to talk about today. But what I want to, will you be able to save your questions for, okay, hold on to it. What I want to continue to enforce here is the fact that the only way for you to shift out of all of this is to discover you, is to reignite that power that you are. Even though there are people that will say, yeah, but we're dealing with the real world. Well, you know what? I beg to differ. I beg to differ. It is the unseen. Okay, if we're going to use the word real and try to define that, this is but an echo of what is not seen. Okay, and we exist here in but flashes. We just look like we're here all the time, but we're really, you know, like an atom, which has, most of it is empty space. It's the same thing. Atom is, most of it is empty space. Well, you are existing in but flashes, in but moments. So you're not here as physical as you think that you are all the time. But because you're so disconnected from your memory of who you are, that the moments that you are feeling yourself as physical matter, they feel like forever, and it's just consistent, but it really isn't. So you get flashes also sometimes of something else, but we're not taught how to hold on to that. So all you have is you feeling stuck in the physical world and playing what? The game of survival. Because that's what this is about. As long as you're caught in the survival wheel, you're gonna spend all your days surviving. And again, for those who have not heard me talk about that, when I'm talking about survival, I am talking about any and everything. It's not about money. Survival isn't about money. It's about self-preservation. And in each of us, there are things in each of us that we feel that we need to preserve. It's a matter of protecting our life. We are programmed to be afraid of losing our lives. Seatbelts, this, that, all programming, because let me tell you, you come here with an agenda. You come here with an agenda. And you can pad yourself with those seat belts all day long. You can do all that stuff. It has nothing to do with that. You don't not get in an accident because you have your seat belt on. You know, how many people have their seat belt on and something happens? I mean, circumstances are happening based on your path, your journey here. And the more that you can understand about who you are is the more power you begin to have with changing whatever the course is that you may have set in motion some time ago, or whatever your travel package is in this time, because that's what we get. We have these travel packages. We come here with a plan and a process as to way life will be carried out. And the fact, again, that you are here, it says to me that everybody in here is here for more than just living the program. So that is a very important piece to understand. Okay, so we understand then that Earth is also a matrix, and that's where you have your human experience. The bigger part of this now is the fact that you're in a cosmic game, okay? You are in a cosmic game, a huge cosmic game. And that cosmic game is about what? Energy experiencing and being all that it